Hello and welcome to the Brick Freaks. Today with part 2 of assembling the Colosseum from Mould King, model number 22002 and 7466 on pieces. Mould King here works officially with a designer. That's very nice. Because in the past, Mould King mostly stole their designs from mockers, and after a lot of bad comments from me and a lot of other people and guys and YouTubers and so on, they try to work more with the mockers, and they even get their own designers. So they are on the right way, Mould King. So in the video, in part 1, I assembled the first 7 building steps that's brought us so far. The Colosseum itself here stands on a plate as the Lego version, but not as thick as the Lego version. It stands here on 4 normal 32 by 32 base plates and 2 16 by 32 base plates. So it's nearly the same size. But I think the Colosseum itself is a little bit smaller here. And okay, there are not so much bricks and stones here in the base plate, because this is only the base plate and some tiles on it. And so, you see this here, it's a little bit bending. So you have to be careful when you walk around with this thing, or you have to carry it around, okay? It's not the Lego version, it's not so stable. But it costs not so much as the Lego version, and perhaps for the guys who don't have the money, this is, when it's done, a really cool looking set for a third of the money of the Lego version. So it's okay. Well, we will see at the end. The quality itself, it's gold bricks. Mould King has gold bricks pieces, so the quality is great, amazing, no problem at all. So building step 8 is done, and yes, it was not so repetitive as I expected, because every of these little builds is different. And so we have a little where earlier the viewers were sitting, I believe. And yes, so far no problem, not so repetitive, build quality is good, but this is not a set for a too young person, because sometimes you have to push hard on bricks and there's nothing underneath it, and you have to pull your hand or your small finger, your little finger underneath it to give the pressure from underneath, and perhaps this could be not, or too complicated perhaps for a little child or 8-9-year-old. But to be honest, a 9-year-old don't wishes a Colosseum. So no problem. So, and this is our beauty after building step 9. And I would say 80% of the Europeans would recognize that that must be the Colosseum. Without design, of course. And perhaps 50% of the Americans. I don't know how good Americans are with European history, but perhaps, I believe more than 50% of the Americans. We Europeans have sometimes, or we think sometimes the American school system is not so good as ours, but I can't tell. I live here, I haven't lived in the States. So, okay. Building step 9 was very repetitive, because you see this is mostly the same. And yeah, like expected. Some building steps are fun and some are boring. We have to live with that further. Oh, here is the set after building step 10. And yes, the front wall has grown, and the first part here, all the tar pieces there, they are all a little bit different, and putting in the blades like there, give them the shape for the wall, and that's okay. Not super cool like in Yago City. Well, it's okay, it's okay. And then you have repetitive parts like this here. So 10 was okay. well, most was different. After the fifth part with blades and the wedge blades and the tile to connect blades and wedge blades, you know exactly what you have to do, and so you are a little bit faster. So that was half an hour. Oh, my kids are in the next room playing Super Mario. Done with 11. We leveled the main arena, and so far a repetitive build again, mostly. Little difference in every build, but mostly the same. And then we are starting for the big back wall. Here we have all these slopes here and here, and now we start. Here we can put the finger in, made with arches, and now we start putting this around here. I try to turn the model so that the camera is not so shaky. I know I'm a shaky camera guy, but I'm at a point where I have to make a decision to make this channel longer and buy a new camera perhaps, or go to a better smartphone camera and bring it to a more professional level, or stay as a rookie as I am in the moment. Okay, but that's not your problem. So, okay, but I like what I see, and it's impressive at the moment, but with the big back wall, this will be a nice set. But it's difficult to carry, because it's much thinner than the Lego version, so the Lego version is really better in that case, much better. This is still a nice set. But here, yeah. So if you put it here and there, or here and there, it will bend, and now it's really heavy in the middle, and so it starts to crack up on the sides. So now I can carry it only with something stable out of wood, nearly the same size. I look that I have a piece of wood from a shelf or something where I can put this on. I have a big white piece of wood, but that's way too big, and if I lay that into a guest room on the floor, my mother, which is guest at the moment, they will, or she will, give me the feel that I'm a 4-year-old boy again. So I have to look for a piece of wood that is nearly that size. Okay, but that's not your problem too. Sorry for babbling around. Okay, we go to 12. Oh, 12 is done, and it was extremely boring. Exhausting. Okay, you see this. It's okay. Yeah, that's the back side. You've seen in the last take, the front side, and that's the back view. And yes, you build 10 times the same and 7 or 8 times a different version of it, and in the middle it changed the pillars. Yes, it's repetitive as hell. No more to say. It looks fantastic, and I think it will be very stable, but you see the wood, and yes, you need something of that, because you can't carry it anymore now. When I lift it here at the edges or in the middle, it doesn't matter, it bends. So use a board of MDF or something you find or you buy in your local market, in your tool market. Okay. Oh, 14 is finished and brought us here a lot of tiles from here to there. And that's stupid, because you bring on the parts and then bring on the tiles. So if you're here on level 2, if you buy this set and watch my video before assembling, then wait and look how each part is tiled, and bring on the tiles and then the piece here on top. You have much more pressure. when it's lying in front of you and not here on the pillars. So, small tip. These here for the next floor, beginning of the next floor, and on the front here, it brought us the front part here. Not much. It was a small building step. Entertaining. Okay, all the tiling was boring. I stay with the truth. It was boring. Okay. 15 ahead. 15. And oh man, this was really boring. Mostly, I don't know, 18 times a formation of arches and pillars. And this here. Well, normally when I assemble Lego, I hear music. Because I'm very music's half of my life. And I can listen fantastic to music. My children are not here, my wife is not here, because they don't have the same, they don't like the same music as I do. And so that's nice. I love it to hear music assembling Lego. And with that here, because I don't have time at the moment to watch movies or TV series, because I'm working or assembling and do this, and I can watch a TV series, because when you build 12 times the same thing, you have a lot of brain power over to watch a TV series. I wouldn't look a movie, but for a TV series, that's a good set to assemble. Oh, 16 is done, and that's the look from the front, and like you see, it isn't really straight. Okay, the original perhaps not is not straight anymore. And this is the look from behind. And in 15 integrated was 9 of these pillars, and in the beginning of 16 are these pillars here on this side. And then, and like you see in the front, there's a pressure here, especially on this, this is half section of the background, back and round, and that was from the beginning. I was not, see this? That's the reason. That's the reason why. Okay. I try to reinstall that. Oh. And yes, I built this and staggered it up here. But it looks wrong. Okay, I did it wrong. That's the reason. It should be that way. Okay. Yes, I did it wrong. Okay, so it's obvious. Last building step 18 will accomplish the right side, and I'm done. Yes, yes. It's cool, but yes, cool but boring. Yippee-yay! And after 10 to 12 hours, something like that, I don't know, we have it. Yes, I know not everything is sitting all right. I will do this before the review, but we did it. And these 2 videos, or the building process, was the videos for you, and the building process for me. It wasn't really fun. I know. This was much too repetitive, but it was that what we all know would happen. Okay. My thoughts about it, in length, in the review, in short, for that money and the money you save when you're not buying the Lego version, if you buy this for the money you save, you can buy another cool set. And if the Lego set is great or awesome, this is still very good. And so if very good is good enough for you and you save $300 for, or $270 for another amazing set, it depends on you. I would choose this here and another set because I think it's still cool and nice. And for $270 I would buy the Ecto 1 or something. That would make me happy, because I will sell this here, because I don't have the space, obviously. My house is full of stuff. Okay, thank you for watching and check out for the review. Have a good time. I'm Frank from the Brick Freaks. Bye bye.